I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we are looking at another of the German IPAs that I was kindly sent by Jens, king of the beer mail. Fantastic looking label on this one. The beer in question is called Dolden Sud. It's by a brewery called Riedenburger Brauhaus. Just from looking on the internet, it appears like it's quite a brewery with quite a distinct past. I mean, they've been going on for a long time, but obviously having to go at an IPA nowadays, I guess it doesn't kind of break the rules of the Reinheitsgebot, but it's not a traditional style. So I think it's one of those things that just wasn't done for a long time. It says 55 IBUs, IPA, Bavarian India Pale Ale. Fantastic looking label, just look at that, I really like that. It's a really nice combination of kind of old fashioned photography and a bit of typography. Really nice. So it says the brewery's been around since 1866. The beer in question is 6.5% ABV. I can't find any details about the hops or anything, so that's going to be interesting just for trying it. But yes, so far they've all been really nice, these German IPAs. This one, Bavarian, the area that it is in Bavaria. The same location as the name of the brewery, Riedenburger. Pouring as with the other two as well, really nice and pale, just like you get with, you'd expect from a lot of German beers. Obviously German beers are primarily Pilsners, I guess. There's a lot more to that, such an overgeneralised statement, but you know what I mean. That's what Germany's known for, is making really nice lagers. Beer in the glass, quite hazy. I might have got a little bit of sediment in there when I poured it. Yeah, it's really fine dusting though. I think there was quite good clarity when I poured it. The head, really nice tight frothy top, pure white. So let's give it a sniff. Oh, lovely. Once again, on that, it's got a kind of a waxy honey note to it, definitely. But once again, it's just sweet oranges, tin mandarins. As with the other two, it's really interesting. Is that the malts? Is that the certain type of yeast that they're using, which is quite prevalent in Germany? There's a hint of something that really reminds me of bay leaves. I've just been crushing some fresh bay leaves, and it really reminds me of that. There's definitely a gooseberry element to it, melon. Maybe a slight something that reminds me like a sponge pudding. White grapes. Smells good. Apricot, definitely. Maybe a slight lemongrass note at the back end. Smells good. Anyway, so let's dive in. Thanks, Jens. Cheers. Lovely. I don't know what hops are in it, but I don't know if the Sud 8, I don't know if that's like a version of this beer. I mean, it's like the 8th version of it, I don't know. So I don't know what kind of hops they're putting in this. I'm just trying to find something on the back of here. No, nothing about it. But it does have a hop flavour, I'd say, which is a bit more distinctly German. Herzbrucker, Sarts, that kind of thing, because it's quite sharp and lemony. It's got a herbal note, flat leaf parsley. I'd kind of veer towards. Real nice clarity, real nice sharpness to it. As far as the kind of like the flavour profile, just really very concise. On the back end, I'm getting kind of like quite a cake mixture kind of like note. So it's kind of like it's yeah, you know, it's like if your mum's making a cake when you were a little kid and you get to lick the spoon at the end. It's definitely got a bit of that kind of thing going on. Yeah, that honey note is definitely in there. Maybe like a heather honey, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's definitely got a real kind of lagery note. More lagery than the other two that I've had so far. Maybe the least IPA like, maybe because did like the Hopfenstoffe. That was really American kind of like, and that used American hops. So this is a bit more kind of traditional. Maybe there's something in there that reminds me of a like a doppelbock to a certain degree. Maybe like a Hellersbock, that kind of thing. It's got that kind of slightly burnt. Excuse me. Burnt kind of buttery note in there. Not diacetyl whatsoever, but I mean just that kind of slightly DMS note you get in a lot of lagers. It's got that as I sit and kind of like talk. I'm kind of getting a bit of that. Yeah. So for me, it smells very IPA-like, but tastes a lot more German, I'd say, than a lot of things. Maybe, yeah, it's that kind of weird 6.5% German golden ale. What would that be? Would it be? It probably would be something like a doppelbock, and it's just been hopped up to the eyeballs. So with probably noble hops, which I'm really glad to try it because it is a lovely beer. I probably drink a lot more doppelbock if they tasted like this as well, instead of being a bit heavy sometimes. For me, not my preferred style. But once upon a time, I used to love doppelbock. Anyway, I'm waffling now. But that's very nice. But yeah, and I guess the thing that I like about this is that it is very German. The other two, what I've had so far, I think I've got another one or two left, they were very American. This is what I wanted. I wanted a beer of a certain ABV, which is kind of like 6 to maybe 7.5, where we kind of like class it as a proper IPA, with a lot of kind of late hopping, and this is exactly what that is. So maybe this is, as it says on there, a Bavarian India Pale Ale. I think that is a real accurate depiction of the style. So maybe in a way that's the most successful one, even if it's not ticking as many boxes regarding my personal preference. So yeah, very nice. So that is a bottle of Dolden Sud from Riedenburger Brauhaus in Bavaria, 6.5% ABV. Big thanks again, Jens, for sending this beer. I think this one, I mean, maybe not my favourite so far, but I think this one kind of just says German IPA the most accurately. So yeah, nice one, thanks a lot. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.